basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, the Pacers, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And seeing where Indiana is, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. Kemba Walker is out there with Wright, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Great one out there at Bledsoe, and it's Drummond in at the center position. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. Now here's Jones. After the miss from Andre Drummond. They get it again. Sabonis. Excellent D there from the great one. And it's Milwaukee's ball. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Absolutely, especially on the road when you need those guys off the bench. And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
I asked him what reasons he cited for their disappointing record so far. He said, it's not so easy to put a finger on. I think we may lack the killer instinct of some of the better clubs. We haven't displayed the confidence to finish teams off even when we have them on the ropes. Been a rough year for them, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David. With the floater. A second chance effort, and that one's good. Wright's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Drummond. Passes it to the great one. This is Giannis. Lays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got his second basket of the night.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. A lot for the defense to try to contend with.
Back to Turner. He kicks it to Jones. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Kept alive. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, a coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
The pass to the great one. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Pacers leading by 4. Walker dishes to Turner. Indiana moving it around. That 3 off the mark. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto. Shots good from the great one.
An effective combo guard. Bledsoe is a guy I love watching run the offense and get the ball to his teammates.
Outside, Jones. Down low, Sabonis. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Shots good by Turner.
Nice feed. Just like his dad, Sabonis is an excellent passing big man. The passing gene was passed on.
Middleton outside. The great one passes to Drummond. Jones against Middleton. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Indiana. They swipe it. A finish. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And a wide open look for Walker. No good with the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
Boy, that was well done by Bledsoe there. Nice timing on that block.
To the paint. The great one passes to Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe against Wright. Lock at 6 to the inside. There's the great one. Rejected by Walker. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Indiana's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside, Jones. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Jones has got 5. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Indiana?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know.
Indiana's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Outside, Walker. Pass to Jones. Fires for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Inside, the great one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Indiana trailing here. Walker looking for an opening. Pass to Wright. Here's Bitadze, and so Indiana again turning it over.
Yeah, and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Last season, he played outstanding. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and he ranked 3rd in the league in blocks. He's just a fearsome deterrent around the rim.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Milwaukee making a switch here. Milwaukee with the ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. On the court right now for the Pacers. Sabonis and Turner up front. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then it's Jones. And it's Lowe in at the shooting guard. Puts it up off the inbound. Pacers trail by 11. Here's Jones. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Jones has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Pacers. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Middleton now atop the key. Passes to the great one. Back to Middleton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lobbed up there for Drummond. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I like the timing, Kevin, that Drummond has on these alley-oops. That's not as easy as he makes it look. He knows precisely when to leave the ground to receive the pass and finish it off.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Wright. Easy jumper from very short distance. Wright's got 7 points. Milwaukee leading by 9. The pass to the great one. It's tipped. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Jones. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
But the just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Sabonis finds Jones. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's foul number 2 for him. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Sabonis, the pass to Jones. Nailed from three-point land. 13 points in the game.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Pistons was a driven man. He scored 45 points, and the energy he played with was amazing, willing his way to a double-double. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see. Well, I like the way they're sharing the ball, and Bledsoe right in the middle of spreading it around.
Pass to Turner. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunity.
And it goes down 2 points. 18 points for the great one.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Back to Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Jones. Not a lot of room. And that one is off. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Pass to Lowe. Back to Wright. Pass to Jones. Elbow shot. That shot off, and Milwaukee will come the other way. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
Yeah, a season sweep form last year in this matchup. They were consistent as far as ensuring they beat the teams they were supposed to.
And, you know, that's really the difference between the middle-of-the-road teams and the true elites. It's a relatively fine line. It's not just playing at your best, but bringing that consistency night in and night out.
Back to Turner. Middleton against Jones. That shot misses. Great D that time for Middleton. Here's the great one. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists now in the game. Pacers trail by 13. Right outside. And the foul called on the great one. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Pacers making a change here. Hamilton's checked in. And staying with the play, Sabonis.
Oh, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Clark, you always say you can't run away from the DNA. Well, Sabonis, the son of the Lithuanian legend Arvydas Sabonis.
Kevin, I'm glad you've been paying attention to me over the years. You're right, though. That DNA stays with you. And the younger Sabonis has done his dad very proud. He's 6'11" to his dad, 7'3", but he's displayed the same kind of combination of strength and skill that his dad possessed. Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right. One second left. That one, no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from the Great One.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Bledsoe is out there with the Great One, and it's Drummond in at center. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
You know, more and more big guys in the league have that mid-range shot in their bag now, and they need it.
Pacers trail by 14. Outside, Walker. And he lays it straight in. Walker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, Walker seemed unbothered by the defense there. Very creative with the rock in his hand.
And the shot is good. The Great One's got the lead up to 14 now for the Bucks.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And Walker kicks to Jones. Here's Sabonis. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
There's Sabonis. And it's sent back by Drummond. Milwaukee leading by 17 to the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Wright finds a bonus. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Insane creativity. Walker feels like he can just carve up any defense whenever he wants to.
Now the pass to the great one. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Pacers trail by 19. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's Walker penetrating. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Pass to the great one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Hey, and you know, really, Antetokounmpo can look to score every time, and sometimes that's necessary, but he's also good at recognizing when one of his teammates has a clean look.
Jones looking for an opening. Six on the shot clock. No good on the shot. Great D that time for Middleton.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Walker against Bledsoe. And there's Sabonis. That's good on the assist by Walker. 6 points for Sabonis.
Terrific awareness that time from Walker. Nice job getting his open teammates to rock.
Here's the great one, guarded by Wright. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Timeout called the Pacers.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
Okafor is checked in for Indiana. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Pacers. Great D that time for Middleton.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Right outside. Passes it to Sabonis. Now, Wright. 10 points for him. Outside, Walker. Over Bledsoe. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
And it's sent back by Turner.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks.
Wright with it. Back to Walker. Lets the three fly. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That's his first foul. The Bucks shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Pass to Melly. Down low to the left side wing. Here's Drummond. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Clark, who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Boy, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a
Something,
joy
isn't he? Wow.
to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names. And he sinks the second. And it's the Bucks ball. And the pass to Melly. The Bucks working the ball around. Up top, Bledsoe, guarded by Wright. Here's Melly, who's back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. The Bucks #1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in, and both free throws good for Drummond. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Right, the pass to Lowe. And it's Melly with the rebound. Melly's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Drummond, and out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Miles Turner. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Kemba Walker. He's out there with Jones. Turner is out there with Sabonis. And it's Bitadze in at the 4-man position. Picked him clean. 3-on-3. Here's Jones. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 23. Middleton on the wing. Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Outside, Walker. Has to be Bitadze. Over onto Antetokounmpo, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
It's tipped. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Bledsoe against Walker. Back to Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Bledsoe passes to the great. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. For Indiana, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Sabonis kicks to Walker. For a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spots, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Indiana. Lottery pick back in 2016, Clark. If there was a question for Domantas Sabonis coming into the league, it was about his length and agility to NBA athletes.
Yeah, and you know, those were legitimate questions, Kevin. He's not a big-time shot blocker, but he is nimble for a big guy. Doesn't possess the typical length of a guy his size, but he's got great strength. He's got good quickness, if not speed. And that strength and quickness and know-how serve him well.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Inside, got a piece of it. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Sabonis, the pass to Wright. Takes a 3. Great D that time from Middleton.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have family, Clark, when you played your last couple of years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Saturday, they'll go back home, and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics. Then on Monday, they'll tip off a road trip in Washington where they'll take on the Wizards. Timeout called the Pacers.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Great One.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Now here's Wright. To the inside, Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
Bledsoe passes to Middleton. Sabonis against Giannis. Passes it to the Great One. Turner with the steal. Wright looking around. To the left wing. Walker against Bledsoe. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Pass to Sabonis. 5 to shoot. It's Jones on the wing. Indiana again missing. And for Walker. Walker, who stayed 3 years at UConn, Clark, he just keeps getting better on the offensive end.
Well, Kemba Walker is one of the most dynamic little guys we've had in the league in its history. I mean, his ability to score from outside and inside, really hard to match and quite special. He's the type of player who always is surprising you on the upside.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Mark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Middleton against Walker. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion. Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And there's the pass to Drummond. Here's the great one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. The Pacers making a change here. Bembry's checked in. That's good from the great one. Both good from the line that time. Pacers trail by 20. Here's Walker. Outside, Jones. Mark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
To the paint, stolen by Middleton. The great one passes to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Jones. Shoots from 14. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
.153 left in the fourth quarter. Sabonis finds Walker. They double-team Walker. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. Here's the great one, guarded by Walker. Giannis passes to the great one, and it's sent back by Turner.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Giannis.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
The Pacers making a switch here. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
To end the drought. Got a hand on it. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to the great one. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First one falls for. Both free throws good from the great one. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here is Cunningham to the inside. Takes it from 10. That one doesn't drop. Giannis with some nice D. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate the performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were